Welcome back here on Prime Morning. Let's get into the world of trends. This morning we're starting off with 30 Islamic SHS students collapse after police fired tear gas. A protest by students of the Islamic Senior High School at Abrepo in the Ashanti region turned tragic as police reportedly fired tear gas at them. Now reports say not less than 30 of the students have been rushed to the hospital after they collapsed. The students were demonstrating over frequent road accidents in front of the school and blocked the road in front of their school, and that story is still trending. The police IGP just moved to Kumasi. Now IGP moves to Kumasi after his officers fired tear gas at student protesters. Now the Inspector General of Police, Dr. George Ekufo Dampare, is reported to be on his way to Kumasi to assess the incident involving his men and students of the Islamic Senior High School in Abrepo. According to the students, they had made several calls on relevant authorities to mount speed ramps, but to no avail. During their protest, the police were called to intervene. The officers fired tear gas to clear the road block and disperse the demonstrating crowd, causing some of the students to go unconscious, while others were left with severe pain. And some parents who heard about the situation stormed the school to ascertain the safety of their wards, and the IGP currently is in Kumasi assessing the situation. We're definitely going to bring you updates on that situation as well. And moving on from there, fraudsters posing as rent agents arrested after duping many Ghanaians. Now, 2 fraudsters posing as rent agents and scamming unsuspecting Ghanaians have been arrested. So reports say the suspects were grabbed after their last victim raised the alarm, drawing the attention of residents. According to adumonline.com, the suspects were a part of a syndicate led by a yet-to-be-named old man who is said to have scammed at least 51 people while posing as agents. Before the arrest, the suspects reportedly contacted their victims online and assisted them to tour houses that they had no ownership of or any dealings with the owners. Now they also then demanded huge payment from the unsuspecting victims, and after issuing fake receipts to them as well, absconded in waiting taxes. Now, Derek Ofuri Achia, the latest victim that led to the arrest of the scammers, suspected that they were up to some mischief and then raised the alarm. They were arrested and handed over to the police for investigation. Now, 3 ID cards, voters, driver's license, and Ghana card with the elderly man's picture bearing 3 different names, 2 official receipt books which showed they had issued fake receipts to 51 people for amounts ranging between 24K and 50,000 Ghana cedis. A Honda car with a fake number plate were also retrieved from the suspects after their arrests as well. Well, let's see how the situation also gets to now. 35 staff of Kolebu Teaching Hospital infected by COVID-19. At least 35 staff of the Kolebu Teaching Hospital have been infected with COVID-19. Available figures at the Premier Hospital indicate. Now, sources at the hospital say over 70% of the new infections were acquired within the hospital, with 30% of the infections coming from outside the health facility. Now, the hospital has since advised workers to strictly adhere to the COVID-19 protocols to help contain the upsurge in cases. Now, as healthcare workers learn to live safely with coronavirus, COVID-19, it's our responsibility to reduce the risk of catching COVID-19 and passing on to another health worker or family members. A notice to the hospital staff said. A new survey conducted by the Ghana Health Service has said 18.1% of the current COVID-19 cases are among children between the ages of 0 to 15 years, and that's the situation with COVID-19 at the Kolebu Hospital this morning. The updates on that, we're hoping that we're going to grab some more updates and share with you a bit later as and when we grab them. And that's going to be all for what's trending this morning here on the show. Coming up next is the man who's got so much love for sports, Nathaniel Atto, is on standby to take us through the world of sports.